can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees.
Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready? 19, 19 Tiger.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. These two teams met in Baltimore. You might remember earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a quarterback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
Dancing to his left. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
On and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. In motion right is Wilson. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. This defense for the Bengals, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Drill 52.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
57's the mic. Rock 57. All day. Shot 17. Green Jack.
And now they'll throw with Lance. And this nearly an interception right off the bat. An early crisis averted as that winds up incomplete. The Ravens at 7-1 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And they faked the handoff. Now Lance. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Hands it off out of the gun, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a short gain down to about the 33. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. From the gun, it's Lance. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they are on a first or a second seed come playoff time.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
22 needle. All day, dog. Blue striker.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So a bold call, but this drive will forge on. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
10 cycles. Red cycle. Hey,
they'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the 27, Lance flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Patrick Ricard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 2nd and 3. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. Gonna look deep for Wilson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman. Ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end. 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
32. Trouble, 38. Blaster, big. Hey.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And with the play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Drill, 52. Claws red. Go pink.
Banjo. Mike 14.
Lance looking to throw it. And he fires one, but incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. In motion right is Wilson. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. In motion right is Wilson. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Flushed out right. Open man is Chase, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Again, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. Complete. Smith has it. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the second half. They're holding on to that slim lead, just looking for a stop. Not only do they get the stop, Charles, they get the pick 6.
Another example that life comes at you fast, doesn't it? One play ago, they were defending a slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible put-away drive.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bengals drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand They've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On second down, here's Mixon. Finding space at the 40. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This goes out wide from Mixon. And out of bounds right around the 20. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
2nd and 2. Steps away to his left. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Back to throw now on 1st down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Well, we're in Baltimore. 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's caught on the right side at Smith. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
17.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now here's a handoff out of the gun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. Hands it off out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 117 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
14's the mic. 14's the mic. You must be
green. Yellow.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. From the 45 on 2nd down. Lance being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
14's the mic. 14's the mic.
Mike Boo.
Mike 14. Mike.
Hey,
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Mike 14. Mike 14.
5, 97.
Show it up. Show it up. 14.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Here we go on 4th down, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's caught. Smith. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. 2nd down at 5. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Second and 5. To Mixon on the check down. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
18
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And the tight end goes in motion left. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
No.
Because with the improv means break character when you need to. And in the NFL, when you have those guys chasing you, sometimes you have to break character in a big way. But I love the fact that he stayed downfield, kept his eyes up, and made the play. How many rookies do that well?
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game here in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Here's Lance.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he shows.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 66 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Charles, what a big drive late in the fourth quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the fourth quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. offense set at the line for this next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Lance looking to throw.
He's going to let it fly.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Cincinnati, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.